Well, hello, mamas. We are on Facebook, on YouTube, if all's working well, and we're going to talk about that second semester for your teen. Our focus today is rinse and repeat. And when I say this, I'm talking about those activities, those habits, those clubs, those sports, whatever it is your teen was doing last semester that he should and should not do again this semester. All right. So, is there something when I say should or should not do, like, is there something immediately pop into your head, mama, that you hope or really hope your teen doesn't do or does do this semester? So, good or bad, hope, doesn't hope, drop it down below. Let me know what you're hoping for your teen this semester when it comes to clubs, activities, sports, all of that stuff. Yeah, we're going to talk about it all. Now, this is the fourth tip in our series about those 5 tips to get your teen ready to go back to school for that second semester. There will be 3 more available to people who email. So if you want those 3 bonus tips, send me an email after the video to acecookie.tutoring@gmail.com. It's in the description. All right. So, rinse and repeat. That's what we're talking about. So, let's talk about the good stuff, the stuff that's working, the stuff that we want your teen to continue to do. So think about that. That's something I encourage your teen, I encourage you to really talk about. And, if your teen is doing well, we have to figure out why. So it's something we talked about last week in our videos all about seniors last semesters and the idea of reflecting. And that's part of this idea of rinse and repeat. We really have to know, starting with, say, activities, clubs, extracurriculars, what is your teen doing? What was he participating in last semester? And once we've got that list, once we know what that is, the question is, which of those activities, which of those things that your teen's doing after school or in addition to his schoolwork that he likes and that he doesn't like, okay? Because if your teen doesn't like this particular club, maybe he has no friends in it, maybe it seems like the meetings are boring, maybe it's not what he thought it was going to be, maybe your daughter would rather do something else, no matter what's going on with that extracurricular, if your teen is not enjoying it, then we need to change that for this second semester. But on the other hand, if your teen's loving this extracurricular and thinks it's the best thing ever, having a lot of fun, learning a lot, happy to be there, then that's when the rinse and repeat comes in, Continue to have your teen go to those meetings, have your teen continue to be part of that club if it's something your teen enjoys and fits into his overall schedule and that she feels like she's, benefiting from somehow, some way. Okay. So that's kind of the extracurricular side of things, clubs, activities, sports, all of that. Okay. Because that can include, musicals, that can include Scholars Bowl, that can include chess club. I mean, it can include anything, everything. Okay. So another thought here for you when it comes to habits and more on the schoolwork side of things. Before I share that, I just want to encourage you, if you're watching and you're like, hey, Jessica, I found you, and I don't know what Ace Cookie Tutoring is all about, but you want some more content about study skills, you want to hear that 5th tip I'll be sharing tomorrow, be sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube, that follow button on Facebook, so you always know when I, Jessica Coulter, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring, will be live. So we talked about rinse and repeat for activities. Let's talk about the school side, the habit side of things. So again, I really encourage you, mama, to have a discussion with your teen. I really encourage your teen to sit down and think of, 20 things that went well last semester, 20 things that didn't go well last semester. Because again, if those things went well, we want more of that. Okay, so we're talking about habits that we rinse and repeat. Well, maybe your teen was really, really good at always turning in homework on time. Like, that's amazing. Like, that's what I want to have happen. That's what I want you to know. I know you want to have happen, mama. So what did your teen do to make that happen? Was he writing things down in his planner? Was he putting his backpack by the door every day? Like, what happened to get that homework in on time? Okay, because we need to know what happened in order to rinse and repeat. Okay. On the other side, maybe your teen seemed to always forget about test dates. Like maybe your teen was like, oh, yeah, like every single quiz, test like popped up on me, like I was not ready, did not have enough time to study, I'm going to ask why. Okay. Why was your teen so unprepared? Why didn't he know about these things? So something in that planning, that organizing, that time management, which are all study skills I teach, by the way, do you know that, something does not need to be rinsed and repeated. Something needs to be altered. Something needs to be improved. Okay. So definitely encourage your teen. Think of those habits, those actions, those consequences, those good, those bad things related to school that happened last semester. And we got to figure out which ones we're rinsing and repeating, ones we want to keep around, and ones that need to go by the wayside, ones that need some serious, improvement. So I hope this helps, mamas. Do know this, like I said, is tip 4. There will be a 5th one tomorrow. So be sure to come back after you subscribe and or follow. And remember, if you want those 3 bonus tips, I will only be sharing in an email. Do send me an email at acecookie.tutoring@gmail.com. And, these are 3 bonus tips that I know you want to know, but I try to keep these series to 1 week. So definitely hope to see you in my inbox very soon so I can share those bonus tips. And I will be here tomorrow, mamas, to share that 5th tip with you, which is on my social media channels. So if you're a follower, subscriber, I don't even know anymore, Twitter, and oh gosh, if we're connected on LinkedIn, you'll also know what it is. So definitely check that out. But see you tomorrow, mamas. Bye.